Okay, our next exercise is going to be done on the AirFit trainer. So Jesse, go ahead. The AirFit trainer is on a pulley system, so it's not stable whatsoever. So go down into the core position. So right now this exercise is for strengthening his core. We know Jesse has a strong core. We've gone through all the testing, but this is still good for him. Okay, for the strength phase, Jesse's going to go down very slowly. He's going to hold it. He's going to come up. Go again. And up. Jesse, if you can put your head up a little bit so they can see how it's working here. And give it a tighter squeeze. There. So you can see it's working his pecs, his shoulders, his biceps, his triceps. Okay, rest. Now we're going to go into the explosion phase or the preparation for competition. So go ahead, Jess. So again, everything is done very quick. Go ahead. Pick up. You can see he's pausing at the bottom to give him the full plyometric push-up. Okay, rest. You want to make sure you pause at the bottom because it makes it harder. If you just continually go, you're not getting the full effect of a plyometric push-up. He goes down, he sets. He's also doing his mental preparation before he explodes. You have to remember, continuously put your mental preparation into your exercises. Okay, Jess? Now you're going to do the punching one. Okay, now we have, everything we do is, we'll do quick, is designed for boxing specific exercises. So go ahead. Okay, self-explanatory how it's boxing specific. Very explosive, takes a lot of power to move your body from one side to the other, plus amazing ab control. And good. And it's very tiring as well. We're now going to show you our last exercise. I just want to make a point before we begin. When you're doing your strength training exercises, you must have a little bit of a dynamic component to it. One mistake my coach made during my strength training is he made me incredibly slow. For fighting, you need to be incredibly fast and explosive. And unfortunately, we did the opposite. I put on a lot of size, I put on a lot of strength, but I became very slow. So please be careful when you're doing this when you're an athlete. Jesse's now going to do our last exercise, and he's going to do the strength phase. Go ahead, Jess. Okay, good, Jess. Okay, believe it or not, that was slow. The idea of this exercise is to build up the lactic acid in his arms. It's also good for the boxers because it has you moving side to side. Now we're going to do our competition phase, or faster. And rest and box it out. It's very important you have your athletes shadow box after you do this drill. Again, the idea is to build up the lactic acid in his arms. When you have lactic acid, your arms feel like lead. They can't move. And this will happen during competition, especially when you've cut a lot of weight. So the idea is we're simulating lactic acid buildup in his arms. Again, one more time. Just do 10. 9, 10. Punch them out. This will not only physically help your athlete, but mentally. When they're tired, when they feel like they have nothing left to give, their body is going to be able to give more. As Jesse's strength and conditioning coach and nutritional counselor, it's very important that you track his progress. Chart his exercise, look for weakness, look for improvement. It's very important to follow his nutrition plan. As he's cutting down for his weight loss and preparing for his weight, it's very important that you keep track of their water intake. A lot of athletes will cut out their water, and this really hampers their performance. For Jesse, we created a nutrition plan. I'm going to let go of Jess. We've created a nutrition plan that will allow him for proper protein intake, supplementation, that will allow him to perform his best even when his weight is coming down. I know I've talked a lot about your transverse abdominis, but I cannot stress how important it is. If your athlete has a properly functioning core, their performance will increase by minimum 20%. How I know Jesse's transverse is functioning is because I've tested him. And I'm going to show you how you test somebody. So come on down, Jess. Okay, he's going to put his belly button right in the middle. Now keep in mind, I've trained in this technique and studied scientific core training. You cannot just go and buy a blood pressure cuff and do this test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase it to 40. Okay. Jesse's going to pull his transverse. He's going to pull his belly button towards his spine without using any other part of his body. And hold it for 10. Go ahead, Jess. And relax. Perfect. Go again. If he is doing it properly, it will decrease to 30. And rest. And one more time. Go ahead. I'm not sure if you can see. I'm sure you cannot see, but I'm telling you, his needle is moving down to 30, which is showing me his transverse and rest. Good. Come on up. His transverse is working properly. Another exercise that we do is using this stick. Okay? We'll make sure his back is nice. Bring your back up a little bit. There you go. Okay, you want to maintain this space between the stick and his back. He's going to take a diaphragmatic breath. What that means, he's going to breathe through his belly. He's going to stick his belly way out. He's going to breathe. He's going to pull his transverse, his belly button towards the spine while maintaining this space. And relax. Take a breath. Get that belly down there. And there you go. And in. It may seem like we're not doing a lot, but trust me, this is very, very important. And one more time, Jess. And again. We usually finish our training with some type of transverse exercise. Even though it is working, we want to strengthen it every day we train. Good job. As I said, it's very important that you train the core in the proper area. Transverse, obliques, and rectus abdominis. We do this every training session to continue, as I said, and improve his strength. The more we strengthen this, the stronger his back is, the more support he will have. Another last thing that I want to touch on is breathing. For boxers especially, it's very important when they're punching and they're breathing out, right, Jess? When you're training, it's very important that you take a deep breath. You learn to breathe properly. When you breathe, he's going to open his chest, okay? And he's charging his thoracic cavity. What it means is he's activating. Go again, deep breath. You can see everything's opening. His posture is good. He's charging all of the activity here. Before you do any of the exercise we have showed you, you're going to do 3 things. You're going to ensure that you can do the exercise properly. You're going to set. And what I mean by set is before you go, you're going to activate your transverse. Okay? Then you're going to breathe. You're going to take a deep breath. You're going to charge the cavity. And then you're going to perform the exercise. As you come down for your next repetition, same thing. You're going to make sure you have the proper technique. He's going to activate his transverse. He's going to take a deep breath. Everything's open. And then he's going to explode. When you're breathing out, you do not want to blow everything at once. You do not want to go. That completely deflates everything. Okay? He wants to activate. Go ahead. Breathe and slowly, okay? Through pursed lips, he's going to slowly let it out. Again, activate, breathe, and out. This itself is a very good activity to get your athlete breathing properly. Hope you enjoyed our video. Please, again, make sure that your athlete can perform the activities safely. Monitor your athlete's progress, monitor nutrition, and you will have a high-performing athlete.